Like, come on, man. What we talking about?
Okay, so if I made a tweet and I said,
Don't put yourself in it. That's you. No, I'm not allowing you to do this today. You keep putting yourself into these interviews. We're not doing this. This don't have nothing to do with you. Because first of all, you don't even run your page like that. I'm specifically talking about the guys who run their pages off of, disrespect. I'm talking about the guys who run the pages off of things that haven't been found to be true. So this is why I say it don't matter if it's lies, as long as the page is monetized, right? Because on the internet, only the strong survive.
I'm energized, women lie, on God, numbers don't. Started talking power moves, that's right, when she got close. It's Young, the one who do it. Numbers don't lie, that's the movement. Now let's get to it. Maino is back at it once again. You know what they say, try and try and try again. I guess he dropped that joint dissing 50, but it got outshadowed 1,000% by the Papoose joint. Papoose literally took all of Maino's shine. So now he's like, yo, I'm going to talk to everybody on the internet. He calls the song The Algorithm. Now, if y'all been paying attention, 50 Cent, he calls himself The Algorithm. So it seems like Maino is trying to get in the algorithm by naming himself the same thing that 50 Cent called himself. So we got another joint, and he's coming at all the most popping podcasters, YouTubers, streamers, from DJ Akademiks, just to name a couple names, Joe Buttons, who else he came at? Adam 22, Hassan Campbell, 050 The Movement, Harlem Legend. Matter of fact, we about to check something out from Harlem Legend. He's one of the guys that was named in it. I guess he's trying to say it's not a diss track.
Well, today, the new diss song dropped, The Algorithm.
I wouldn't say it's a diss song.
Come on.
It's not. Who got diss? Who got diss?
Come on, man.
Did you really listen though?
I listened to it.
I think it was a clever way of playing on words, on playing on what it is. I think it was it really is the message behind it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, Maino, you got to keep it a buck with yourself, man. You got to be real with yourself. Clever is not what I say when I hear Maino bars. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but clever is not one of them. Now, I could feel the things that he be saying sometimes, pause. But clever, sometimes you got a couple, lines in there, but I would say clever is not one way I would describe Maino.
I was one of the guys that, when that YouTube thing started to take off, I was one of the guys that they was constantly going at, from the Hassan Campbells to the 050, like I was one of the guys that they was constantly going at. Then I got to the point I was like, I couldn't understand it in the beginning because I wasn't used to niggas talking like that to me or about me, right? So the first thing, we was trying to understand, like, why, like, how is these niggas going at me that never met me, never been in a room with me, never had no real problem with me? I couldn't understand it for a long time.
Oh yeah, he thinks that he's the reason that YouTube is what it is. That's funny, man. Yo, I wonder what 50's gonna say back to this shit.
Now I get it. Now I understand that this is the temperature of the game when it comes to that. So I think I found a clever way of getting the message across. Like when I say shit like they disrespect and it says content, that's the real thing, because there's a thin line between disrespect and content. You know what I mean? You get on a line and you say deplorable things about me, and then you say it's content, and I'm like, nigga, this ain't content to me.
I believe all of this started, honestly, they say art reflects life. People have changed. The way that we move as society, the way that we view media, the way we view music, the way we take everything in all at the same time, pause, it's just different right now. There's so many things that you could do at once. People's attention is all over the place. people are in and out. Like they're gonna pop in this live and then pop out this live and then go do this and then be running over here and then watching the TV, working out, doing 1,000 things, might be drinking, partying, and you know what I'm saying, texting somebody and going on Instagram, and you doing so many things at one time. That's all that has happened, is that people, they don't get the same kind of information from the same places. You know what I'm saying? That's why TV is done. TV is done because you can't really access it the way you want to. You can access the internet endlessly. You could get whatever you want from here. So I don't think it's a reflection on Maino, because I don't think everybody was running around like, yo, I can't wait to talk about Maino. He just was someone else that was popping up in the algorithm as he's saying that he's the algorithm. It's crazy to even say that. I can understand when 50 Cent says he's the algorithm, because if you think about it, back in the day, there was only World Star. There was like a couple other websites, but This Is 50 was one of the huge websites. And he was doing the stuff that we're doing now, that we're seeing now, content and, just pushing so much content on the internet. And then he had his own platform for it, which has turned into his Instagram. When you really, really think about it, you know that it's probably mad people behind his Instagram, that it's not just him. Like, I'm sure he has employees and all of that. You know what I'm saying? People that find content all day. If y'all sitting there thinking that 50's doing this all by himself, y'all are out of y'all mind.
You understand? So I don't really look at it so much as a diss song. I think I sent a few shots. I think a couple of people got caught in that, but it is what it is. Look how many times niggas in what you gonna play? Let me hear it.
Well, no, I'm not gonna play anything.
Oh,
but you saying I don't understand how all these people talking about me, they don't know me. When you came out with the song Rumors, where you talked about a whole bunch of people that you had never met.
Listen. I talk about the rumors of the game. Think about what you're saying. That's different than a nigga going on his platform to call me a snitch without no evidence about that. What we talking about? How's that the same?
Okay, I mean, you started out with the song, I heard the Shook Smack Game.
That's what I heard. That was a rumor.
Right, but you are still like taking a shot at someone by saying that. I know Game. Game did not take that very well, I'm sure, right? Come on.
I get that. But at the end of the day,
there are a whole bunch of other people, you mentioned along the way.
But you comparing, I mean, it's similar in I think, whereas you taking things that was said on a record and what I creatively made about the rumors of the industry, and you comparing that to a nigga that never met me disrespecting me.
So a rumor and disrespect is not the same thing. If someone is running around saying a false narrative, is that not disrespect? Especially if it's not been verified? That would be the same thing as you saying somebody snitched. That would be a rumor. That's a rumor. It's the same. It sounds like the same thing. I don't know what's going on. Tomato, you know what I'm saying?
But you're disrespecting people in this
nigga,
song.
hell no. No, that's
Maino,
not this.
I love you, Maino, but come on,
but
man.
Listen to what I'm saying, Vlad. If a man is saying things about you that is absolutely untrue, that's not disrespect to you?
You don't know this Shook Smack Game. That's just one of the things in
But I said I heard.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it does
You're still
matter.
putting it out there.
Wouldn't that be a rumor? Yo, he's like saying the definition of shit, because a rumor does not have to be necessarily true. A lot of times it's not based in truth. That's why it's a rumor. Now, if it was a fact, it'd be a fact. But rumors are not verified. That would be disrespect. It's the same thing. And Maino, stop acting like you didn't know what you was doing when you made that track. You knew exactly what you was doing, and you said you was trying to copy 50's whole blueprint. I recall you saying that. So you can't say you was trying to copy somebody now that you're talking down about. You know what I mean? Look at what you got yourself into. What you speak is what you're going to attract. You attract the same situation. It's very similar. You started your career like 50 Cent. Now you beefing with 50 Cent. You had a tie with 50 Cent. I guess he was one of the people that got you back in the door in the industry. So, you know what they say, you reap what you sow, right?
Yo, Vlad, we can argue all day up and down from here to the fucking moon. That you're not gonna make me believe that that's the same thing.
Okay.
You're not gonna make me believe that's the same thing when a nigga go on his platform to tell me to suck his dick. Like, come on, man, what we talking about?
Okay, so if I made a tweet and I said,
Don't put yourself in it. That's no, I'm not allowing you to do this today. You keep putting yourself into these interviews. We're not doing this. This don't have nothing to do with you. Because first of all, you don't even run your page like that. I'm specifically talking about the guys who run their pages off of, disrespect. I'm talking about the guys who run the pages off of things that haven't been found to be true. So this is why I said it don't matter if it's lies, as long as the page is monetized, right? Because on the internet, only the strong survive. I get it now, right? I take it less personal as I used to take it from before, right? Because, like I said, I was never used to a nigga talking that way about me, or even having that kind of energy toward me. So I don't think the song is so much of a diss, but more or less about the messaging in it. You know what I'm saying? Because who you think really got dissed in there?
I guess I took it overall as a diss.
Right.
I mean, you have that one line, 50 tried to use that N-word.
Oh, yeah,
Max as a pawn, causing more division in the city. Got
That's
stoned.
a fact. You think he playing chess? You think that he didn't know what he was doing? That was a chess move. Everybody gives 50 the credit for being this thinker, right? This chess move. So he understands the temperature between Max and Jim Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that like, come on, that's and look at what I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing wrong, because all I do is cause more division in the city. That's just causing more division, because now it's looking like Max co-signed it, right? Which he
did.
Right.
If you're on the song, you're co-signing it.
Right.
If you're doing
but the
hook,
song, hold on,
yeah.
Relax. First of all, relax.
Okay.
The song had already been done. Did you know that?
Which song?
That song.
The 50 song?
It's not a 50 song, it's a Max B song.
Oh.
See, this is why I said he was trying to use him as a pawn, because that song was already done.
Huh, okay, I didn't know
That's
that.
the first song he dropped when he came home.
Oh, with the same NWA
everything.
beat? Okay, got it. Okay, I didn't realize that.
50 got on it later on.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh.
Now that changes things now.
But Max probably said that was okay.
Right, but I highly doubt that he knew that 50 was gonna go in that direction.
This is where it gets tricky at. He's trying to change the narrative. Think about it. Max B made his own song, right? Then he actually gets 50 Cent to get on the track. 50 Cent gets on the track. At first, he just drops the track. Then he drops the AI video. The AI video reveals who he's clearly targeting. Jim Jones, Maino, Fabulous, and Davies. Guess who reshared the video? Max B reshared the video. So you're telling me a grown man reshared something targeted at all of y'all and didn't know he was doing that? Why? Because he's a guy that went to jail for 16 years? I don't understand how somebody wouldn't know, and he's being used as a pawn. A pawn, what is he, a child? Is Max B a kid? He doesn't understand what he does? Make that make sense, Maino. Come on, work it out.
No more tricks. Y'all play with that.
No More Trips got us a lot of views.
Hold on, and y'all playing with that record. The nigga Boo Boo about to release that shit. I got 50 on it.
We waiting.
Right.
We waiting because y'all
Tone
got
the
us
fuck up.
right
Tell
now.
them niggas tighten the fuck up. I got the big homie Boo Boo in the game. Hold on.
Why would he say that? Maybe y'all just don't see what's going on, man. I see what's going on. Let's pull that back. Maino saying all of this. He feeling some type of way, but you don't even talk to Max B. So you telling me you know everything Max B be thinking, but because of your loyalty to Jim Jones, which they got a beef. Jim Jones ain't dead in the beef, but you still rocking with him, but you was friends with Max B prior to even knowing Jim Jones. And you telling me now that he does a diss record, because 50 Cent's on it, now it's a diss record. I don't care what Max B said on it. It's a diss record now. If somebody jumps on the track and they dissing you, now you co-signing the beef. Pause.
Because it's not going along with his energy. He just did. Yo, that man just gave back 75 years. I don't think he out
he's
here.
not dissing Jim Jones anymore. Yeah.
Right. I don't think he out here promoting, trying to have problems with niggas. I highly doubt that.
You're right.
So you think he didn't hear what 50 said when he got the track? You think he just didn't know about it? He didn't understand? And he don't see what's going on with what 50's been doing? Like, you're really trying to limit what Max B knows.
So that was a move on his part. It just causes more division. Think about what I'm saying.
Maino making it seem like it's causing such a problem in New York with all these songs. I doubt that it's causing such a problem in New York when most of y'all niggas is 50 years old and better. Just make music. If you can't make music, don't make music. You an artist. You're a rapper. You've been rapping most of your life. If you've been rapping 20 plus years, you telling me you can't drop some smoke? Drop some smoke, man. That's what we want to hear. That's what we need. It's only right, too, when you think about it. They say they blame 50 Cent. I think it was Funk Flex. They blame him for the downfall of New York rap. They say ever since 50 Cent came out, New York ain't really been the Mecca no more. It ain't really been popping. Like, music has been all the way down trending on that side. You know, we got into the drill rap and all that. We had the Tekashi 6ix9ines. We had a lot of low moments, you know what I mean? A lot of low points. Pop Smoke passing, rest in peace. Yeah, it would only be right if 50 Cent is actually the reason that niggas start getting their pens right again. It only would be right. Because if y'all blame him for bringing the music down in New York, it's only right that he brings the energy back. And if y'all looking at it as a negative, maybe you just don't understand how to get your situation right. But I'm sure there's somebody that can.
Men lie.
Women lie.
Numbers don't lie.
Make sure y'all go get y'all NDL hoodie, man. Get all y'all NDL apparel. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all see the joint right here. We got the good maroon joint. You see the established 2014 for y'all that know. Numbers don't lie.